All right, so I'm here with live coding with MLOps. The idea here with the live coding with MLOps is to always build out just random stuff, like not really like an agenda, just whatever's in the current space that I'm in. So I'm gonna go here and just share my screen and get right into it. And I believe the last spot I was at was I wanted to see how tricky it would be to just build a command line tool that uses Hugging Face. And I think I had some issues, if I remember correctly, trying to get like something working properly. But I think the concept is a good concept, which is I have a container. I'm sorry, I have a model from Hugging Face, and I want to just build a command line tool, which I think is actually a pretty useful thing to know how to do. So let's bring up Hugging Face here. And we'll go here. And here we go. So I think where I left off was I was using some code that was from Alfredo. And let's see. So I was going to try to, instead of scraping a page, what I wanted to do was use Wikipedia instead. Now I remember. And I think the issue is that I wanted to summarize something using a particular Hugging Face model. And so, how do I find out which model is used? Here we go. Summarizer, pipeline summarization, model T5 small. So this is interesting. So if I remember correctly, one of the problems was that I was getting this weird error, which I think was this. It says allocation exceeds 10% of free memory. But what's weird is this is a pretty beefy machine. So I don't know why it would be having that issue. So let's first run it. So let's just go to main. I guess I could do this. I could add the shebang line up here. User bin in the Python. Let's chmod it. Let's X main. Go here. Got this app. Now it does take a long time to load. So it says could not load this, which is fine. Local variable text reference before assignment because I need to add a help menu. So let's do this. Let's clean this up a little bit. And let's just do this. Let's just say, summarize the text from a URL file or a Wikipedia page, which I like. And let's write some example usage. Oh, wow. I like this. Let's try it out. Let's see what happens if I try this here. Main. Maybe I need to put this in parentheses because syntax error, unexpected token. This. Man, these errors that get printed out are just obnoxious. It's like, what is all this? This TensorFlow binary is optimized with one API deep neural network. Rebuild it. Well, it did work. So summarization I mean, it took a long time, but what's cool about what I just did was I was able to um, take this and put this into a summarization. So if let's take a look at the page that it actually summarized. So if we go through here and you go to this, you can see here that this is a big page right here. And what's cool about it is it's a lot of text, and it was able to actually go through and make this summarization. Python is a high level general purpose programming language. Now let's see. Let's take a look here and see which of that is the front of it. Like, so you might be going, oh yeah, sure, it just copied what was at the front. But let's see. It says Python is a high level general purpose programming language. It supports multiple programming paradigms. So see, I don't see that. It supports multiple programming paradigms. Oh, it grabbed that. So did so look at strip. It decided not to use those, um, including structure, particularly procedural, object-oriented, and functional. Design philosophy emphasizes code readability. Is the most C Python is the most popular language in the world. That's a weird thing to get. Let me find that Python. C Python. C Python. Hmm. Interesting. I mean, this is the only thing that's weird. I mean, this is pretty good, but it's like C Python. I mean, if you know Python, you understand that there's multiple runtimes, but that's kind of a weird one to put. But it did do it. Now, what's interesting is why does the URL behave differently when you do it this way? And so this is good. I mean, I learned some new stuff. So we can let's keep making progress here. So I'm going to say get status, git add. Here we go, and we'll say working click tools. Right. So I got a little bit more stuff cooking here, and push this. Now I do want to do linting. Now unable to import click. That's not good. But how could it be unable to import click when I've got it installed? Well, let's do make install. Double check. Because the linter is not installed. Aha, that's the problem. So I lint. Let's do pip freeze a grep pylint. It's not installed. So we need to install pylint to the virtual environment. Make install. There we go. So we'll put this in. That's and now we do make lints. It should be a little bit different. And then we see line 75 using open without specifying an encoding. Okay, let's go to line 75, open, and we can do encoding equals UTF-8. There we go. And then no value for, so this is just, you get this from click. And so we can just do this. There we go. So I just want to get the code working properly. So there's no lints. Perfect. And we can also build now some integration with PyTest. I'm sorry, with GitHub Codespaces. So what I'll do next here is let's push this in. all of our changes in. Let's add this. Adding in summarizer. And then the next thing that we should do is I should go to get remote. This get remote. And I can go to this website here, and then I can go to actions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up so that it will run GitHub Actions. Now, I already have some sample projects here that are probably close, like AWS. I think I have one that's pretty good. AWS. There we go. Let's just look at one of my other build systems. So the idea here is that I don't know if I want this exact one, but maybe. Yeah, we could do this. So we could run it with our dev container environments. Am I using dev containers here? Yeah, I guess I am. Yeah. So, okay, sure, let's do that. So so the concept of dev container is you've customized your environment, and we're going to do install lints. We don't have a test yet, so although I don't know if it matters. Test main. It would matter actually because we don't have a test yet. And let's do a format, make formats. Okay, so I've got that cooking here. So this, I think, is committed. Start commits. Maybe it was already committed. Let's see here. Yeah, it is committed. And if I go to actions, we should see that it will, yeah, go through. We're gonna get continuous integration now running, which is great. Which is nice is that it should really help us debug like installation issues, development environment issues, because I've been able to customize the environment that I'm running in, which for something like Hugging Face, I think is really important to build this kind of a customization integration test, right? So great, we made some progress there. Let's let that run. Hopefully it works. Now, the other thing we're missing is I think I need a little bit more documentation, right? We want documentation about how to run this with data. We also, this is actually pretty clever that it's this smart. I want to know why this one works and why this one doesn't. It's troubling to me because if I go back to Beautiful Soup, what is it doing? It's basically, I guess it's for paragraph and paragraph, find all the paragraphs. I'm wondering if I need to like, if something, why this doesn't work. Why is it giving, well, what I could do, I'm just thinking out loud here, but here's what I could do to troubleshoot the difference. Because one of the problems I had before was that when I use the Wikipedia library, it blows up. So what I could do is I could do a comparison of the length of the text between when I use the URL method versus the Wikipedia library. I think that's what I need to do. And so here we also can install IPython. So let's go ahead and do this, make install. And we'll say a pip freeze. Let's find IPython here. Go. Let's throw that in there. But now what I want to do is I want to see if there's some weird stuff going on with my code. So I'm going to say from main imports. Sure, let's do all. And I type in who, and this will basically show me all the different functions that are available. Now I know that this is the URL that I want to use. So first, let's do that URL. And then I want to do this one. So I want to say get page URL. Put it to a results. We'll call this page 1. And we'll say get URL. Get page. Yep. And we'll say URL. So if I say len page 1, what we got? How big is this? 44 1023 characters, I think. So that's huge. And let's just print out like a little bit of that. I hate it when I can't see, but let's just print out a little bit, right? So we can see, right? It looks weird is Wikimedia. Weird that it gets that part of it, which is funny. Wow. Media wiki. So it's a lot of the text is garbage, actually. I just want to see. Weird. There's a lot of Wikipedia stuff here that I don't care about. Wikimedia. So I guess if that's why you don't want to always grab the page. But now I'm going to try the Wikipedia library, and we'll call this page 2 is equal to Wikipedia dot summary, and we could do the same page, this page. Or is it Wikipedia page is what we want to do. We want to get the entire page, and then we want to get a result of this. And page 1, 44, 1, 2, 3, len of page 2, object of type. Well, this could be a problem. Page 2 dot text or dot. What is it? It's going to be content. See, look, this is less content. And if I go here and I say page 2 content colon, and I just slice a little bit out, I say 10. What do we got? Yeah. I mean, maybe I just have a bug. Let's look here. So if we go to this Wikipedia, this is, so I have a bug. So basically, I'm pretty sure Wikipedia.page, but see, that's the problem. So I need to do this text.content, right? So it's I'm passing in an object I believe is the issue. Now I could do this. I could say page, and then I could say print page title parsed with length. There we go. Something like that. Exactly. And then what I can do is I can just return Although, no, look, I do. I return back page.contents. So get page.content. But let's try it out. So let's go to the summarizer next. So let me load this. There we go. And then say results is equal to summarizer page 1 max length equals 80. So let's first try this. This is so what page 1? How is this now failing? Allocation exceeds. I wonder if it's like a memory leak. Weird, because it worked the first time, but it didn't work the second time. Maybe that's the problem. I think this could be like the memory is not getting deallocated. So let's Google this. Let's see, memory deallocated. See, like this doesn't even make sense, right? This is blowing up, but I've already run this successfully, the page 1. If I do page 2, what happens? Oh, page 2.content. So what I'm wondering about is if this summarizer here, I'm curious about the state of it, whether there's something going on. And I would need to dig into this a little bit more because it is interesting how it's hanging. If I open up another shell and we just say htop, got going on. So we have, whoa. So it's, 5 gigs of RAM is not, it's some, but it's not like breaking the bank. But why is this hanging? Well, did it work? So results. Python is a high-level language. Python is widely used in Europe. So look, it did work actually. So this is the weirdest behavior. So first I ran it on the command line tool with the first method and it worked. Then when I run it in IPython, it doesn't work. So and look, it's obviously being a little bit different. So let's just try it out again. Let's just go through here. Let's go to our main here, and let's just use our examples. So let's try this again. Let's try to run the Wikipedia page. Now this is not what we want though, because we want the Wikipedia page to be this. Our documentation is a little bit bad. It needs to say that. There we go. So let's grab this here and summarize it. Okay. And so it's getting that same memory. So yeah, this is suspicious to me. Why is this compile cluster? I'm just wondering if the memory is just like kind of hanging around or something, because the behavior is non-deterministic. And if I look at the memory, like it doesn't make sense because I have 30 gigs of RAM here. And look, we see, I don't understand why there's so many of these as well. That's weird. CPU, CPU, CPU. Very strange. So it's running a bunch of threads. I wonder, I wonder if there's something strange happening where there's like a thread safe issue or some. Yeah, I don't know. But then again, it worked, right? So it did do it. So the fact that it's spitting all those weird warnings out is strange though. So we do have a summarization tool from Hugging Face with lots of weird bugs, or at least weird output, that does appear to scrape Wikipedia and summarize pages, which is pretty cool, right? The other thing we can do is just grab any page and summarize it, and we also can go through here and look at text files. So, I mean, this is good progress. I guess I could just keep building this thing and each week make it a little bit better. I am curious about different Hugging Face models, like if they behave differently. We'll go through here and we'll say adding project scaffold. I guess the last thing I'll do, let's have a few minutes, is do a git pull here. Is go to here and let's double check that the build has succeeded. Well, look, it did. Yeah. So we can go through here and we can click on this. We can look at the status badge and we can put it in here. So this does appear to be a decent example of how to build a working command line tool with Hugging Face. Again, kind of science fiction-y because there's tons and tons of bugs, or not bugs, but like weird output. But this is a working command line tool that uses Hugging Face transformers, and we're able to use it to get real work done. So not bad. All right. Well, I'm going to continue working on this next week, but for now, I'm done.